Hey, joining us now on the MARR Army Rock Show, we're always combing the globe to find the best new music out there, and we have got Bexley with us. I'm going to call Bexley singer, songwriter, guitarist. I'm going to let her tell us more about that. She's got a new single out called Run, Rabbit, Run. Bexley, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much for having me.
So for people new to your music, and I imagine there's a few of them out there since it's kind of your first big release single, give us a little bit about your, your biography, if you would, your musical career to this point.
Well, I started when I was young. I was in band since I was about 13. And I've been playing just around Seattle for while I was growing up in my teens. And when I hit 18 or 19, I moved down to LA. And there I met a lot of people. I met some management companies, and I started working with people down here. And eventually we got around to making this new record that I'm putting out right now. So that's a brief history. But yeah, I've been playing for a while now.
Now, you made that sound so simple. I moved to LA. I met some management people. Now, it's got to be a whole lot harder than that. Tell folks about
there's a lot more details.
Tell folks about the decision to move to LA and what that really means as an artist and how that affected you.
Well, honestly, I had been playing in Seattle for a long time, and we were doing well, but I wanted to explore a bigger pond, I guess. So I moved down to LA because that's where the opportunity is. That's where everybody goes to quote unquote make it. But it was a really cool experience coming down here because everyone else is trying to do the same thing that you're doing, and you have to try to find a way to stand out. And you go out to events and meet people and try to connect yourself into the world. But I did happen through a friend that I had met in Seattle. I'd actually made a connection with my manager now, and he's really helped me make some good connections with songwriters and my co-songwriter for Run, Rabbit, Run, and the record that goes along with that song. So it was a lot of talking to people, that kind of work to make what I do worthwhile.
So hey, we mentioned Run, Rabbit, Run. It's the first single. So tell me, let's talk about the tune a little bit. First of all, lyrically, tell us a little bit what that tune's about.
When I wrote it, I was writing with a guy named Aaron Edwards, and we were both very pro-female in rock. So as a kid growing up being into rock music, I always played with boys, and it was really hard for me to be confident in who I am and not want to be like the boys. So I grew into myself and was proud of being a female rocker. And that song is basically saying don't be afraid of what you think might be out there. Don't be afraid to be who you are. It's okay. We're powerful people.
So I was watching the music video today for Run, Rabbit, Run. Tell me a little bit about the making of that video. Man, were you outside? Were you in a studio? Tell me about the making of that thing.
So I was about 4 hours north of Toronto in Canada, visiting some friends. Actually, my guitar player's family is up there. So we were visiting up there, and we were actually all just jamming that day, just playing the songs, and they all really loved Run, Rabbit, Run, and they were like, why don't we go outside and make a music video?
Oh, wow.
So it was about 7 o'clock in the evening when we started, and our friend had a really good camera because he's sort of a videographer on the side, and it just worked out perfectly so that we had all the components. We set up outside. It's actually in my guitar player's family's driveway, and the headlights or the lights in the background are the brights on a truck. And so we shot it outside in about 2 hours.
That's crazy. That has all the feel like a studio. You saved a lot of money, man. You didn't hire a studio.
I really did, yeah. Yeah.
So, hey, Run, Rabbit, Run's going to be part of an upcoming EP. Why don't you tell us a little bit more about that EP, where it was recorded and who produced it and that kind of stuff?
So the EP is called Lost in the Moment. It's 5 tracks, including Run, Rabbit, Run. We recorded it in LA in my co-writer producer's studio. The studio doesn't really have a name, but his name is Aaron Edwards, and he's a wonderful songwriter. We basically wrote the songs 50-50. we just vibed really well, and we had the same sort of love for the Pacific Northwest because we're both from Washington, ended up in LA, had all the same feelings about everything. So when we were writing together, it was really, really awesome. And I think the songs all go together so well, and I'm just really proud of everything. But like, I recorded all the bass and guitars and singing, obviously, and my friend Elijah Wood played drums. So that's a little gist of it.
So when you're writing, I mean, is it a mixture? Because you're a guitarist, you're a well-sponsored guitarist, you're a great singer. Are you writing the lyrics? Are you writing the music? Are you both bouncing it back? Like, how does that pan out? What comes first, and what's it look like?
Usually, I would say I usually write a guitar riff first. But sometimes it varies. Sometimes I'll write a melody or a song lyric, and then think of other things to go with it. But we start with one component generally, and then we'll expand on that. So like, I like to write on acoustic guitar, so I brought a bunch of ideas, like riffs and stuff. I'll usually come up with like a chorus or a verse, and then we just expand on that.
Now, if you're writing on acoustic, the natural next question is going to be, are you going to do any of those songs acoustic? Are we going to get to hear like them stripped down at all at any point, or are you just strictly a rock gal? You want them hard and heavy?
No, of course. I love playing acoustic. I actually did something recently for ABC. We did an ABC Music Lounge event, and we played almost all the songs on the upcoming EP. I think it's on their Facebook page, but it gives you like a little taste of the songs acoustically.
So, man, people that are listening to this and hear the tune are going to naturally wonder, when can I see Bexley perform live? So tell us a little bit about what's going on with live performances.
Well, we don't have anything booked now, but we're looking at booking in January when the EP is coming out. So I would keep your eyes out for dates in January.
Now, I mean, without revealing, are you going to be out there on the West Coast, or we're out here in Pennsylvania? Or are you thinking regionally first, or what's the plan? Do you know?
We'll probably start regionally. We're still working out the logistics of it, but yeah, we'll probably start closer to home and then work our way out.
Now, as essentially kind of like, I really can't call you a solo artist. I guess I can call you a solo artist. So yeah. When you are doing a tour, who's going to be? Do you know who plays with you live already, or is that something you're putting together? And do you want to talk about any of the musicians who surround you?
It's a bit of a rotating cast. I have a lot of friends that are really into my EP that I work with. My guitar player is a steadfast guy. His name is Steve Costello, and he's really awesome, one of my best friends. So we work together, and he's also in the music video. And for drummers, we have like the drummer who played on the record. He's actually Shania Twain's drummer, so it's a full-time gig.
Yeah.
But whenever he's available, I'd love to have him play. And then we also have a guy named Tosh Peterson who he likes to jam with us in LA, but he's also on the road a lot. So it's just basically whoever's not on the road at the time, we rotate in and out. And that's for bass players. We have a couple friends that like to come jam with us too. But again, it's like everybody has their own thing going on.
So were you a singer first or a guitar player first? How'd that all pan out?
I've always been a singer. I remember singing as early as I can remember, honestly. But when I started playing guitar, it was because I was so sick of singing along to karaoke tracks. I used to love singing, so I would want something to back me because I didn't like singing with no music. And karaoke tracks came on CDs, and you had to bring a CD player or wherever. But I saw a guitar because my dad had one, and I just wanted to teach myself some of my favorite songs so that I would have something to sing along to that wasn't a CD. So that's how that started. And I got like a little chord chart and learned the chords and figured it out from there.
That's pretty impressive, self-taught to be able to be the level you're at now. So, man, hats off to you for that. So, normally I sometimes will ask, I don't always ask this about people's influences, but do you have a separate singing influence in your life that's guided you versus guitar player? Are they the same person or are they different?
Different people for sure. I'd say singing influences, Chris Cornell was probably my biggest influence. Lane Staley from Alice in Chains is also a huge influence for me, and he never really played guitar. Guitar playing, I love Slash's guitar playing. I think he's so talented. But then Jerry Cantrell from Alice in Chains as well. He keeps things simple, and I really like that. He does a lot with a little, and I just think that's really cool.
You can definitely get that Northwestern vibe out of you, man, in this influence.
Yeah, well, I am from there, so.
Yeah. So, so for 2019, what are you looking at what's the year going to look like? Are we going to see some more videos? I know the album's going to come out. What's the plans for 2019?
Well, hopefully we'll have another video out. The record will come out. We'll do some shows, hopefully record some more music. But yeah, a lot of writing, a lot of recording, and some new content.
And hey, one more thing before I let you go. I wasn't even going to bring it up, but I'm just talking to you earlier about one of the first things you said the song was about Run Rabbit Run. You made that Revolver's hottest list, man, and congratulations for that, by the way.
Thank you.
But in any way, I mean, it's a good thing, but would you rather just be, is it tough being the female front woman lead gal sometimes in this industry still? I know there's getting to be more and more female fronted bands. Talk a little bit about that.
Well, I honestly think of it as a plus, because usually there's not a whole lot of girls in the rock scene, as you were saying, and I think it makes me stand out a little bit more, especially because I play guitar. I think there's not a lot of singer, guitar player girls fronting a rock band. I mean, there's Lizzie Hale, and she's amazing, but I think it makes us stand out more than anything, and it's a confidence booster to me now, whereas when I was younger it was harder for me, but I'm really proud of it now.
Well, hey, her name is Bexley. Man, she's singer, songwriter, guitarist. Her single is Run Rabbit Run, out right now. You can pick it up on all your digital outlets. And hey, Bexley, thanks so much for being here. I had a great time talking to you.
Yeah, thanks for having me.